Hello, welcome to another video on Microsoft Excel tips and tricks. So in this video I will be taking you through logical function, and the area we are going to cover in this video is if function, that is basic if functions, then how to combine that if function with AND operator, how to combine the same if function with OR operator, and lastly we'll be talking about nested if statement. So that one is what nested is all about, is how to embed another if function within an if function. Let's get started. Yeah, if function is one of the most useful functions in Excel, and the tricks behind this function is to instruct Excel to test a condition and return if particular value, if the condition, if it is true, and otherwise if it is not true. So now this is the syntax of if functions. So what this normally teaches is takes logical test, it compare it, it tests the result of it. If it is true, maybe if particular cell is greater than the other one, return what so value, and if it is otherwise, return another value. So that is exactly what if function is all about. So now let me take you through. For instance, take a look at this. Now we have a fictitious record here. This is name, their age, and I want to determine their voting status. And what I really want to do now is that what is the condition I'm having here is that before you can vote in this part of the world, Nigerian to be specific, you must be at least 18 years and above. So anything less than 18 cannot vote, and that's the condition we have. So if it is true that okay, you are 18 and above, then return eligible to vote, and if otherwise, can't vote. So that is what we do here. So that is how I have this formula. So let me do that one again so that you get what I'm trying to say. This is equals to if function. So what is our logical test? Whatever we have in column C, if it's greater or equals to 18, yeah, that is my condition. Then what am I returning? Eligible to vote. Well, if otherwise, no eligible. Sorry. You can see now, because this one is 20 years old, so that is why is eligible to vote. So let me copy this formula down, double click on this one. So you can see someone that is 17 years old cannot vote. So let me space that in my formula so that you can get the test very well. So I think you get the concept. So what I'm trying to do here is that, so if you are 18 and above, you can vote in Nigeria, and if you are lesser than that, you cannot vote. So that is what if is all about. I think you get the concept. So the same thing, we can apply the same situation here. We want to generate a bonus here. So what we're trying to do here is that if you the quantity sold is greater than 100, then you are entitled to 5%. If it is lesser than 2%, so that is what we have here. So going by the same rule, the if function, what are we going to have? Whatever I have in this circle, if it is greater than 100, yeah, you are entitled to what percentage? 5%. Otherwise, 2%. Sorry, I don't know how long with me this afternoon. You can see. So copy the formula down. That is the basis of if functions. So now I think you get what if function is all about. Very first thing is that test the condition. If it is satisfied the condition, if it is true, then returns also value. If otherwise, return another value. That is that about it. So, but we can still go further a bit and try to see how we can combine if with the AND function, so the AND operator, so that we use to test two conditions. So take a look at this one now. See the same thing, but before you can vote in Nigeria, either you must be 18 years above as well, then you must be a citizen of the country. So those are the two things. So if you are not a citizen, two of the conditions must be satisfied before you can vote in Nigeria. So if you are not a citizen of Nigeria and you are above 18, you cannot vote. If you are lesser than 18 and you are a citizen of this country, you cannot vote. So those are the two conditions. The two conditions here must be satisfied before you can. So in order to do that, here, so but here is because if function. Yeah, the logical test here, we are going to combine two conditions, which is we are going to use AND operator to combine the two conditions. What is the first logic? The first logic is that whatever I have in this column must greater than the greater or equals to 18. Good. Whatever is equals to 18. That's the first condition. And the second condition is what? You must be a citizen of this country. So that is, whatever I have in this other one must be equals to yes. If you are not a citizen of Nigeria, so my brother, my sister cannot vote in this country. So that is that. So if these two conditions are being met and satisfied, then what are you going to do? Tell me the person can, yes, eligible, to vote. So if otherwise, not eligible. I think I have to fix my spellings there. Great. So since Sahid Joe is more than 18 years of age was not a citizen of this country, he or she simply cannot vote. So let's copy the formula down and see the effect. Oh wow, you can see now Justin Yeba is 25 years old and is a citizen of Nigeria, so that is why she is eligible to vote. So the concept I'm trying to pass through here is that the two conditions must be true. So if the two condition is true, then period, you can vote, you are eligible. So that is the essence of that. But what if one of the conditions must be satisfied? Then that takes us to another one where we are going to use OR operator. Here, two of the condition, one must be true. If one must be true, then return the value to be correct. And that is what we are trying to do here. This is another example. We are talking about health status. So what we are trying to do here is this: whether you are entitled to free health or you are not entitled to free health. So before you can entitled to free health in this part of the world, you must be lesser than 18. Well, and you must be greater than you must be older than 60. That is it. So in order to do this, we use if condition. It's all the if statements with OR operator to trash this out. Is equals to if. What's the logic? We are going to use OR operator here, remember. So what I'm going to test here is that whatever I have here must either, the first condition is that must be lesser than 18. So must be lesser than 18 or greater than 60. So if we are following that range, entitled to what? Entitled to free hot. Minus parents. Otherwise, no free head. Sorry, no free head treatment. That's the thing you're trying to get what I'm trying to do. No free head, entitled to free head, medical treatment to be on the safer side. So, no free head treatment. Good. So no free health treatment for this person because it's still within the working age. So let's copy the formula down and see. So you can see this man, Musa Mamadou, that happens to be my name, right? I'm not entitled to free health treatment because I'm still within the working age of greater than 18 or less than 60 years old. So that is all about that. I think you get what I'm trying to pass through here. So and the next one is nested if, how we can embed if condition when we have 1, 2, 3 or so basically we normally use a switch case in computing, well, as in programming. So but here we are not going to do something of that nature. So what we are trying to do here is that we have 3 conditions here. Excuse me. So if we are going to test the scores here, I think we have scores here. So with the grade, so the band rather. So if the score is greater than 69, sorry, if the score is greater than 69, just tell us excellent. Excellent performance. So, and another one thing again is that if it is less or equals to 45, equals to 45, well, still tell us it's good. It's still called good. But what if it is lesser than 45? Tell us poor. So let me just limit these 3 conditions to this one so that you understand what I'm trying to pass through here. So here we are going to use embed if statement within our if statements. Let me go by the condition and let me do it again. Right. This will give us, but mind you, the conditions must be orderly. Don't forget that, please. If the score, let me probably bring out this so that you'll be able to see it clearly. If score less than 45, so please return poor. Otherwise, then here we are going to embed another if again. That's why we call it nested if statement. We test the same condition again but with different parameter. Less or equals to 69. So what are you returning this time around? Return good. I think I'm making sense. And if otherwise, so less than 45, less or equals to 69, so anything above that one give us excellent. So excellent. Close the bracket, then close the second bracket, and hit enter on your keyboard. Wow. Then you can see now. Let's copy the formula down to see the effect in other places. You can see Johnson scored 78 has this what's the name, Gabriel 55, that's why they call this one poor. So what if Jubril score is 23? So the good thing here is that the formula will automatically update as soon as there's changes to the scores. So that is that about nested if. Then we still have more examples so that you'll be able to get it very well. So take a look at this one. So here I have a table that here, product A. If you sell a product, it attracts 2% commission. So if you sell product B, it attracts 2%, product C attracts 4%, and okay. Now this is a data set of what we've sold. So this is unit price. So in order to get all this one, so let me clear off all these so that we can make sense from that. Okay. So now this is unit price. To get the total of what we generate is just to whatever I have here multiplied by whatever I have here, right? Okay, so to copy the formula down. So now we want to find out which commission or percentage of commission which the individual has here, So now for me to deduce this one, remember, if you make, sorry, what am I saying here? If per product, it attracts also rate of commission. So now in order to get this one now, so what am I going to do here is that then I really want to make bids. Okay, fine. Let me first extract this. Instead for me to be looking at this, okay, this is product. I put this one here. I should have used a lookup formula or whatever to find out this, but no, I can still work within this range to use nested if. The good part of it is that we can use VLOOKUP. Easily we pick it, but now let's restrict it to nested if this moment. So to find out this one, how we're going to do it is very simple. Yes, this, let's use if whatever I have in the cell B8 is equals to what? Product A, return 2%. This is C. See, whatever I have there, what are you going to return for me? Return this rate I have here, which is 2%. Sorry, which is 2%. Then again in that order, if cell, sorry, if what I have in cell B8 is equals to product B, what are you giving me? Let me take this thing so that you'll be able to see clearly. 3%, return 3%. Let me be fast so that I hope you get the concept. Whatever I have in cell B, well, is equals to the same way product C. What are you returning? 4%. If whatever I have there again is also product D. What are you going to give me? Give me 5%. Close the first bracket, second bracket, the third bracket, and the fourth bracket. Wow, let's enter your keyboard. Yes, you can see now I have product B here, so and it's giving me 3%. You can see. So if it is product C, I'm expecting it to give me 4%. Let me copy the formula down to see the efforts. Wow, you can see that's the essence of nested if. Now I can decide to calculate my commission. I can decide to just put it here, but to make it more clearer, so I can now say is equals to whatever I have here multiplied by the total sales. Wow, so this give me, so you can see that is how to do that. But I can as well go further. So in order for me, in case you don't really have much column to be creating sometimes, so that you don't make your work too voluminous, I can decide to just come here and put this one in bracket, multiply by whatever I have here, and drag it down, period. It gives me that. So but the fact is, I really want to take you through is that you can see how we nested this now to get pick out some product. I think I have 4 items here, so and I pick respective rate for individual listing. So but with the help of VLOOKUP now, this one is very easy. We are going to get there. Let's be taking it one after the other. So that is that about this video. Remember, I've taken you through if statements or if functions whereby you test logic, and whatever if it's returning true, it gives you so figure or value. So if it is otherwise, it gives you some other values. So we talk about how we can combine it with if with an operator where 2 of the conditions must be satisfied. Likewise, I took you through the next one whereby if one of the conditions is satisfied, then you return what we want. That is with all operator. And the last one I discussed just now is nested if statement, where we embedded if in another if statement. Like we did now, we have 4 if statements, 3 were embedded in the in one if statement. So that is that about this. For more tips and tips about Microsoft Excel and other productivity stuff about Excel, so you can buy any of my book. It's available on Amazon, Pivot Table Recipe, and then productivity boosting aspect of Microsoft Excel. You can as well follow us on our Twitter handle at 85metrics, whereby you will see more of the tips and things as we are dishing them out. Or as well, you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/85metrics, or you can as well visit our blog at 85metrics.com for more details. Thanks for watching.